Blanche Monnier, a beautiful young French socialite. That is, until her story became tragic, hit those lights. This is Horror Night. Alright guys, we're back with Horror Night. I'm Zero. Thank you for joining me. Happy October. Happy Zeroween to everyone. I got a few decorations out here, including our new friend here. Yes, we have plenty of skulls here with us, even baby ones. Little baby skulls and the big skull there. But so we're going to talk about a French socialite woman named Blanche Monnier. Now, who is she? What happened to her? Her story is very tragic. It's disturbing. It's depressing. So I guess I'll begin. She was born in 1849. She was a young French socialite, very beautiful woman, very well respected. Her family, in fact, her whole family was well respected, including her mother as well. They were just, they were really looked upon, looked up to in the community. This family. So, but where Blanche goes wrong is where she fell in love with this young lawyer. Well, he was young, but he was a little older than her. He was at the age of 25. She fell in love with this lawyer. Her mother, Louise, did not approve of this. She did not like this at all. She said, "I don't want my daughter marrying a penniless lawyer," is what she called him. So back then, I guess lawyers didn't make that much money. But much to her mother's bemoan, Blanche kept seeing this lawyer. Kept seeing him behind her back, and would sneak away and see him. And obviously her mother found out, and she was not very happy about this. And now there was the brother in the family. I think his name was Marcel. I do have some notes here as usual, guys. So I'll try and look up some stuff if I don't remember. I have a web page up as well. So yeah, at the age of 25, she wanted to marry an older lawyer that Louise did not indeed approve of. So fast forward a little bit, nobody hears from Blanche for a little while. People are thinking, oh, maybe she ran away with the lawyer. Maybe she, maybe she died. There were rumors that maybe she had passed away. She had died. Nobody was hearing from her, to the point where people thought that she had died, and her family was telling people that she had passed away. So nobody thought much of it. Even her love interest, the lawyer, again, he assumed that Blanche was dead. That's what was told to him. That's what was, everybody believed this family. The mother and the son. They were a well-respected family in the area, so people, didn't think anything sinister that was going on. But so we fast forward more time here, and so when Blanche disappeared, it was 1875. She was 25 years old. And you fast forward some more time. French police, didn't really look into her disappearance too much, received an anonymous letter sent to them, to whom of which to this day still nobody knows who sent the letter, which is a little interesting, detailing what's happened to Blanche and where she is. So of course the French police, they looked into this. They showed up at the Monnier manor. They go in, they go upstairs, they start to smell this rancid smell, and they're like, what's going on? So they open the door and they find Blanche Monnier locked up in a room. This was 26 years since her disappearance. 26 years Blanche Monnier was trapped in that room without bathing, being fed scraps, living in her own you know, sweat and blood, an increment. Increment, is that the right word, guys? I don't think that's the right word, but she, and when she was discovered, there was a photo taken of her. This is a real photo of the moment Blanche Monnier was discovered 26 years after her disappearance. I warn you, it's a little distressing of a photograph. It gets me every time. So I'm going to show you that photograph right now. Very, you could see the contrast from when she was a young socialite to that photograph. It doesn't even look real, but I assure you it is real. She's so skinny. She hasn't seen light in over 20 years. And she probably had no idea. She was probably so disoriented, didn't even know what was going on. So, it took 26 years for her to be discovered there. How the family got away with this for so long, I never know. Who sent that letter, I don't know. I think it might have been Marcel, the son, the brother, who maybe was feeling a little guilty. Now, he did appear in court, but he was deemed not guilty. He was not mentally capable of doing what they said was happening after this. So he was not, you know, punished for anything. The mother was arrested, but she became ill very short after being arrested. Actually died 15 days later after arrest. I think an angry mob was gathered in front of her house at the whole situation. Monnier was clearly she suffered from mental health problems after the release, but it wasn't as bad as you thought. But you know, she was diagnosed with several different disorders, including schizophrenia. She was admitted to a psychiatric hospital, where she eventually died in 1913 in obscurity, which is very sad. Her, like I said, her lawyer, the love of her life lawyer, had died previously during her disappearance, so he went on the rest of his life thinking that she was already dead, not knowing that she was still alive, being held captive by her own family. It's a very sad and disturbing thing to think about, guys, and the fact that this played out for 26 years. I mean, she was eventually rescued, but the health problems mentally were just awful, and you know, she outlived her mother and the love of her life. I don't know about her brother, though. I don't know how long he lived for, to be honest. So it's very sad. That photograph breaks my heart and also is very just disturbing to me. Who do you guys think sent the letter? Do you think it was maybe a nosy neighbor that knew what was going on? Maybe it was the brother who was feeling guilty about everything. Maybe it was the mother confessing to everything, and maybe she was just sick of the whole situation and wanted it to come to an end and wanted to confess, was feeling guilty herself. Maybe it was somebody had come over, maybe a longtime friend or relative that had visited a lot, and maybe they found out what was going on but were too afraid to say anything. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. It's very creepy, very sad, but a tale that's been told many times here on YouTube. I wanted to give you guys my take on it. Feces, that's the word I was looking for, not increment. Increment means small, or like a certain portion. Anyways, feces. She was rolling around her own feces, blood, and freaking sweat, you know, in that room for 26 years. Being, you know, there were like bugs, you know, the police said there were bugs and stuff when they found her, crawling around, rats. It's very disgusting, and it was completely dark in there too. Like there was no light in there. You know, the windows were all boarded up. She could not escape or anything. seen sunlight, so she was very shy to the light, understandably, after being rescued from there. But that is her tale, and there's not much more to say about this one. Just tell me what you guys think, and let me know who you think wrote that letter. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy this month's Zeroween, this year's Zeroween. We're going to be streaming a lot of horror games and try and give you guys as much horror content as I can. But I hope you did enjoy this episode of Horror Night. And until next time, guys, 0 is the number.